Your freedom, family, comes with a price. So we like to call it a retirement number. No, that's your financial independence number. As long as you feel like you got to go to work in order to provide for your family, you will never be free. Now, what I'm saying is not that the job is the master. What I'm saying is our mentality causes us to stay enslaved to the job system, needing and depending on systems more than we need and depend on the God that we serve. So we use the people that pay us for our services, even as a business owner, and you store that cash to buy your freedom to where your lifestyle is not dependent upon you working. That's even inclusive of these self-entrepreneurs, self-employed and entrepreneurs. You can be a slave to your business as an employee is a slave to their job. So we have to position ourselves to save and store cash so that we can buy our freedom, family. We got to learn how to purchase our freedom. And the question that you have to ask yourself is, how much is my freedom really worth? Don't give cliche $1 million. No. How much do I need to survive for 20 years on food, clothing, utilities, paying off all my debt, living as free as I can without having to depend on a job? What is that exact number? And that's why you're saving. And it should not be until you 65 before you decide that you want to be free. Your best years are behind you, not in front. You can't go to the beach and enjoy the beach like you want to. You can't travel and go missing for 30 days like you want to. You don't feel as confident in your skin like you used to when you were younger. So you live low today so that you can live high tomorrow. And most of us, with our Starbucks, with our cars we really can't afford, with our too high ass mortgage, with our alcohol or weed budget, with those 5 things alone, those things are costing you your freedom. They're costing you your freedom. Jake, what is freedom to you? Freedom is when my wife don't have to clean the house because we're using our resources to pay some other black sisters cleaning business to come and take care of our house so my wife can stay free from domestic things, to pay for a cook, to be able to fly, to be able to go, to be able to do, to not have to worry about bills. Those things, not luxury cars. That ain't freedom. And some of us want luxury cars so much that you're literally willing to be enslaved for the rest of your life in debt and having to work to pay that debt, which is what indentured slavery is. You're working for your end date, your bail date. But y'all don't want your cousin to talk to you today. You want your cousin, this is what you want. You want your cousin to lie to you. You want me to tell you that you're doing just fine. You want me to tell you that because you got that nice Cadillac, because you got that nice Benz, because you got that nice BMW, because you're making significant income, that means that you're doing okay. And I'm the cousin that's going to tell you about yourself, and it's not. Income is not equivalent to wealth. Income is money coming in, but if your expenses are spitting the money out as fast as you got it coming in, you, sir, you, ma'am, are not wealthy. You are enslaved to the ideology of living like the Joneses. You are enslaved to the mentality of trying to look like I got it going on. And so because of that, you just a high-paid slave. You a high-paid slave. You keep doing business with the bank, and the bank ain't got your best interest at heart. Now notice, nobody asked me. I talk about privatized family banking, how families can put money together to become their own banking system, how you can put your own money together to be your own banking system, how you can use other people's money at a much more favorable agreement than with the banking institution that was never created to lend to you, black man, black woman. The system wasn't created to benefit you. So excuse me if I get carried away. Excuse me if I got vibrato. Excuse me if I'm saying contradicting things. But the things that we have been taught, if it was meant to free us, we would have been free for real a long time ago. The only thing that they did, they replaced shackles with mental shackles and creating debt that causes us to pay and work for them for the rest of our life. Excuse me. Excuse me that if I tell you that I'm not okay with how you living. Excuse me. Excuse me when I tell you that a mortgage ain't an investment. Just look at the numbers. You get more house than you can afford. You get more house than you can afford and little land for your kids to build on. I'd rather have more land, smaller house, so my family can have land that they can build on. We got this thing messed up, family. We got this thing misconstrued. Listening to these product pushing financial advisors that ain't got more of a pot to piss in than you do. Did you know the average financial advisor only makes $37,000 a year? You make more money than your financial advisor. And I'm tired. I'm tired of us being okay with what we're doing. You know how free it feels not to have a car note? You get lower insurance. To have a car you can afford. To live in a space that is perfect for you. Not because you want a big house. You living in living rooms that you never patronize in. You got plastic in these living rooms. You got parts of houses that you're not even using. My favorite book talks about what hoarding does. And hoarding is against God. You hoard your wealth, you hoard your money, you hoard your stuff because you want people to know you got stuff. We got to start dealing with the insecurities of our hearts. That stuff helps you feel like you a better man and woman. I'm sorry, sister. You working for things that's supposed to work for you. You working for stuff that's supposed to work for you, family. This paper. This is what we work for. This little paper. You know this is cotton. You know this is made from cotton. So they made us pick cotton, then they ingrained in our head to work for cotton. I don't work for money. I provide services and goods for my people to give them financial liberation, and by default, I get compensated. Then I make this cotton work for me. We got $400, $500 a month car notes, and you live in check to check. You better go get your butt a cash car. You better go put $1,000 in that car. I'd rather pay $1,200 for a motor than to be paying $800 a month. Well, Jake, I want the best of. If you want the best of of both worlds, you want the best of everything. You need to be working your butt off. You need to be being a good steward of your resources. You need to be managing your money. You need to be empowering other people. You need to be moving your people forward, providing a service that is quality, that the marketplace will compensate you for your worth if you really want the best of the both of what this life got to bring you. Stop doing deals with the devil because you want to live tight today. Family, we got to get our priorities together. We got to get our priorities right. And we got to understand, that as long as we take their word for everything, we will always be a slave to their system. As long as we take their word for everything, we don't do our own due diligence. We don't do our own research because we're so ingrained to think about money, quick money. They didn't say having money was the root of all evil, the love of money. And it seems to me that a lot of us love money a lot more than we love the God we serve. You wake up every day. How can I go make money to pay these bills? How can I go make money to take care of this debt? How can I go make money to pay this mortgage? How can I go make money to pay that car note? How can I go make money to pay that credit card? How can I go make money to pay that student loan? You don't wake up and say, God, how can I be of service to you and your people today, God? You wake up and say, God, Bank of America, God, Chase Bank, God, Wells Fargo, what can I do today to pay your debt? Y'all don't want your cousin. See, y'all want me to be sophisticated. Y'all want me to be in a suit and tie. You want me to tell you everything is going well, just stay with the market. No, the best stock in the world is you, family. Ain't no stock better than you. Ain't no stock better than putting good food in your body. See that you get a 40, 50 more years. Ain't no better stock than investing in your education. See how much money you grow if you just take the time to stop trying to flip money and start flipping money in your stock. You care more about other people's businesses than you do your own business. You are a business. You are an organization. And your family is looking at you to make the right decision today because it's affecting them tomorrow. It's affecting them, family. It's affecting them. We got to get to the point to where no matter what, whatever decision that we make, that we are willing, family, we are willing to not be moved. We're willing to stand 10 toes down in what we believe. And we're willing to go get what's rightfully ours. God wants us to have the best of everything. You just got to make the decision that that's something that you want to. Peace, family.